Coinbase is partnering with PNC Bank. Guys, clap it up if you're here with us today. 4 people tuning in live. Shout out to you guys. You guys are amazing. I love you. It is Tuesday morning, July 22nd. This is the Coin Zone. I'm your host, Paul Matt. Guys, today we're going to be talking about, as we always do, at the Coin Zone here with our long-form videos. Go check that out. We just got over 1,000 views. At the Coin Zone here, we discuss and break down everything crypto and money. So that's what we do here. And today we have some exciting breaking news with exchanges. 2 U.S. exchanges we're going to be talking about here, Coinbase and Kraken. Bit of a competition between those two. Coinbase is a very big U.S. platform. Shout out to Brian Armstrong. But these are a couple of things that we are going to be taking a look at. Look at this. Perps, now fully legal to trade in the United States on Coinbase, and Coinbase is partnering with PNC Bank. So why is this big? Let me just play my favorite audio piece real quick. Got me fired up. We're ready to go now. All right, let's go, guys. $410 billion PNC Bank partners with Coinbase to offer crypto services. I'll reiterate this again. A couple of years ago when I was talking to my parents and my girlfriend, whoever the hell cared to listen, because I was probably boring the hell out of them, with my nerdy takes on crypto in the future, I was saying to them, look, the banks need to adopt this technology or else they're just going to get left behind. We've all seen the examples before, the comparisons before. Taxis didn't like Uber, right? Obviously. There's inventions and things that come into play that change the landscape, and you have to roll with the times. And if you don't, then you're going to get left behind. And I think it's really just that simple. And that's really where we're at today, ladies and gentlemen. So now we are continuing to see things. PNC Bank partnering with Coinbase. We see other banks bringing in partnerships as well. We see MasterCard and Visa be completely honest about the money that they're losing because people are choosing stables instead, right? So what can they do? Well, they can partner with them. That's the only thing they can do. So this is huge news. We have the Genius Act. We have Charles Hoskinson in DC working with another team on other bills to get passed here in the next coming months. So right now, in real time, guys, we are watching the crypto landscape be built for companies US-based and not US-based to hop in and completely take advantage of this technology. Donald Trump has been putting an emphasis on really boosting the US economy, and he's going to do that through a couple different ways. Number one is via AI, and number two is via blockchain. You know, I said this yesterday on my Instagram story. If you guys want to follow me there, Crypto with Paul. Pretty basic. Can't mess that up. If you do, what are you doing here? All right. But I said yesterday, Donald Trump, yes, we covered this with the Big Beautiful Bill a couple of videos ago. When you spend or print $5 trillion, that causes inflation. There's no way around it. That's not a good thing. And that is the essence of government. That's all they do is devalue fiat currencies. That's all they know how to do. They're keeping a broken system going, right? But at the end of the day, what also has Trump been saying very open and honestly again and again? Buy Bitcoin, buy ETH, and buy stocks. That's what he's saying. Right? So if we are going to see inflation in the future, right? Because 5 trillion is being printed and spent. So we are guaranteeing inflation in the future, but what can you do to combat that is make the right decisions right now. And I think that is what Donald Trump has been saying. Yes, things down the road might get more inflated, but in the meantime, what's he doing? He's cutting taxes. He's bringing money in via tariffs. He's putting more money back in your pocket, and he's trying to tell you to make the right investments right now as well. So in 5 and in 10 years from now, you'll be fine. Now, with this infrastructure being built by Donald Trump, we continue to see deals like this. Not only is the crypto world trying to get as much attention and as much momentum as they can, but the traditional financial world is also starting to realize now is our time to get in on this. They were waiting on the sidelines for so long because there was not clarity. Coinbase has been a company since 2012. They've met with the SEC, Gary Gensler's SEC, countless times, time after time after time, and they still never got any clarity. In fact, they got hit with legal fees. You know, I've listened to Paul Graywall, the CIO, whoever he is for Coinbase, talk multiple times about their meetings with the SEC and how just disgusting it was. It was pointless. No momentum built, no clarity. But again, guys, now we have the orange man putting in that clarity for everybody to say, let's get it going. And these are the type of partnerships we're starting to see. So, you know, I'm telling my friends ask me, Paul, you get paid in crypto? That's freaking insane. Dude, how does that even work? Oh my God. Some of them are reading, laugh it up. They don't get it. But I explained to them, this is how it works. You know, it is what it is. I had a whole conversation yesterday in the sauna. Shout out to these random people in the sauna yesterday. Really picking my brain. Those are the people we like. People who don't, you know, demean or say dumb things. They're just genuinely curious. But I was explaining to this guy, Scott Besson and Donald Trump believe that a stablecoin could bring global dollar dominance and continue the global dollar dominance, because you need a one-to-one. You need to have a dollar somewhere in a bank when you're spending a stablecoin. And if we're going to make this a global thing, that's going to be huge. I agree with that. It makes a lot of sense. So what crypto offerings is PNC going to offer with Coinbase? I don't know. Coinbase now does perpetual futures. All right, completely legal now. U.S. traders can now legally trade crypto perps. Coinbase just launched perpetual futures through its CFTC-approved arm, a first for American retail traders. This is huge. Let's go back to the PNC real quick. Let's see if we can read anything that they're offering. Guys, this is today. This is breaking news. So again, guys, subscribe to the channel here, because every single day I'm going live with breaking news. A lot of the stuff I'm trying to show you guys will not be topics that other channels are covering. It's great to get the hottest trending thing that's going on every day, but sometimes if 5 other people are covering it, what's the point, right? This right here, I think, is just big news, especially if you live in the United States, especially if you use Coinbase. Coinbase is the largest American exchange. Just like I said, the largest U.S. cryptocurrency exchange and a Pittsburgh regional lender announced a strategic partnership Tuesday that shows how upstart a crypto and old school banking are coming closer together. The new arrangement between Coinbase and PNC Financial will give retail and institutional customers of the 7th largest U.S. bank a way to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrencies through their PNC account. So that's what's going on. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So if you just use PNC, now you just automatically can have the option to buy Bitcoin or crypto. I guess where PNC is getting it from is Coinbase, is what it sounds like, I guess. Partnering with Coinbase accelerates our ability to bring innovation, crypto financial solutions to our clients. PNC CEO William Demchak said in a statement. Chat, let me know if I screwed that last name up. Demchak? Chalk? What are we thinking here? Chalk? Who knows? Close enough. This collaboration enables us to meet growing demand for secure and streamlined access to digital assets on PNC's trusted platforms. This is great. These are the type of partnerships we like to see. Clap it up there. Brian Armstrong. That bald head is getting things done. All right, let's take a look into what's going on here with the perps. This one is from CoinBlock. Is that how you say it? CoinBlock? Let's go. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit here. Coinbase, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the U.S. We already said that like 5 times now. Launched perpetual futures for U.S. traders on Monday. This is also breaking news from this morning. The platform now allows users to trade 2 perpetual future contracts, Nano Bitcoin perpetual futures and Nano ETH perpetual futures. Quote unquote, for years, U.S. crypto traders have looked on as their international counterparts utilize one of the most popular tools in the digital asset marketplace, Perps. Coinbase wrote in a statement, due to a complexity regulatory landscape, they remained just out of reach for traders in the US until now. Yeah, this is huge. This is very big. You got to give United States investors a platform to do something like this. It's just going to bring a crap ton of liquidity. This is why Hyperliquid, I think, did so well. We'll see what happens with Hyperliquid. But shout out to Coinbase. Just a lot of bullishness here. If you use Coinbase, chat, let me know. Let us know in the chat if you are a Coinbase user And I know some people are not Coinbase fans. All right. You don't have to be a Coinbase fan. I've heard countless stories of people not being able to access their crypto on Coinbase, having issues with withdrawals or this and that. I've heard the customer stories. I know it's real. In fact, I had an issue once with Coinbase. Been using the platform for 4 years plus at this point. Randomly, out of nowhere, a couple months ago, I wasn't able to send the ADA I just bought for like 5 or 6 days it was. And I was so confused, like what the hell is going on here? And that's scary. That is very scary. You know, when you work with these big companies, there's a preference, there's preferential treatment. It's just like the TradFi world. Money talks. For example, who do they send the Coinbase card out to test the Coinbase credit card? That's not out for, retail users yet. Who do they send it out to test? Chamath Palihapitiya. The guy's a billionaire. Does he need that? Of course not, but it's recognition. It's going to push the brand forward. It'd be nice if retail users had it, or if you gave it to some YouTubers to talk about, but no. Chamath gets one. That's fine. It is what it is. Let's move on to Kraken, guys. Let me know if you use Kraken in the comments. Kraken is a great platform. I've used Kraken a couple times. Yeah, but this is big news for Kraken. The FBI drops probe into Kraken founder Jesse Powell and returns seized documents. Now, let's look at this a little bit further. This was pretty much just an hour ago, guys. So this is breaking news. The FBI ends probe of Kraken co-founder, returns confiscated devices. Let's look into this a little bit more. What's going on here, guys? The U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation has reportedly ended its investigation of Kraken. All right, was seized in 2023 search of his home. According to a Tuesday Fortune report, the FBI had returned devices, all right, we get it, to Powell and ended its probe over allegations he had hacked and cyberstalked the Verge Center for the Arts, a nonprofit he helped found in 2008. Interesting. Okay, the investigation reportedly not connected to Powell's association with Kraken, the cryptocurrency exchange he co-founded, or the crypto industry, resulted in the FBI searching his home and seizing electronic devices that could have contained digital assets. Reports suggested that Powell had been under investigation by U.S. authorities since 2022. The Kraken co-founder repeatedly denied involvement in the alleged activities and filed a civil suit against members of the Verge's board of directors. Everyone's winning cases out here. Richard Hart, XRP, Kraken. Who else? Everybody's out here catching dubs, guys. What else? I feel like I'm a broken clock, a broken record. I say this every damn week. You find me the piece of news that's not bullish, because I can't find it. Everything that we cover here every day, to me, is very bullish. And this is what we've been doing lately. This is what we've been doing. Not even on the charts, too. Just bullish news. It just keep going. My hand is still. I can't even stop it. It's just, this is what's happening. It's still going. I can't even. All right. Jokes aside, do we understand? This is even more bullish. Yesterday's live stream. If you guys tuned in with me here at the Coin Zone, please make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already. We got 64 of you on with us right now. I guarantee you, I'll trade all my ADA that none of you 64 are subscribed. Not all, maybe some of you, not all of you. Okay. I'll give you $1. No, I won't. But if you would subscribe for me, that would be great. Really appreciate that. So let's get to this. JP, Jerome Powell. Look at him looking at him. I like how they set this up. It looks like he's looking right at him. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just say this. Jerome Powell to give his resignation speech soon, according to Bill Pulte, Federal Housing Director. To me, Jerome Powell has freaking aged, man, in like a year or two. Go look up Jerome Powell from 2023 compared to now. I feel like he aged. I would age too. If I had to deal with Trump's ass yelling at me every 2 seconds, lower the rates, and I'm just not listening to him, bro, I'd be scared too. You ever see Obama first term compared to his second term? Bro aged. That's what's going on to Jerome. No wonder bro wants out. Jerome Powell could be resigning. Do you understand how bullish that would be for the markets? First, we got rid of Gary Gensler, put in Paul Atkins. Now we're getting rid of Jerome Powell. Chat, let me know in the comments. What do you think of Jerome Powell? To me, just kind of reiterating what I said yesterday, impossible job. I would never take the chair, the Fed chair position. Impossible job. Your job is to basically keep a broken record playing. And then you get blamed for shit, even though you're just doing your job. Although I don't think his actions in the last 6 months or so have been agreeable. You know, if Donald Trump is putting forth a plan and the entire media orchestrates against him and thinks it's going to be stupid and fail, but then all of a sudden, a couple months later, even the most biased against the man, CNN, they're all out here, wow, we're surprised at how well the economy is doing. And, oh, inflation's down and job growth is up. And we're surprised. You're really surprised? If you understand economics, you wouldn't be surprised. If you were a genuine economist, not a lying or bought and paid for one, you wouldn't be surprised. All right? So if Jerome Powell, I don't know the guy. Maybe he plays politics. Maybe he just doesn't like Trump. But if he actually complied and listened to what Trump wanted him to do last month, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, we'd probably be in a better off position right now. I believe that. And you know what? Maybe it is time. If someone's not complying, you know what? Let me just go a step further with this real quick too. So Scott Besson announced yesterday, and we covered it live, that they will be basically auditing the Fed. All right? The Federal Reserve, a little bit of history for you 72 listeners, viewers with us right now. Appreciate you guys. Make sure to subscribe. History lesson. The Federal Reserve was started in 1913. A group of individuals did not want to see the Fed started because, let me ask you a question. Did you vote for Jerome Powell? No, you don't freaking vote for these people. The Fed is not a part of the government. This is a private institution that controls our interest rates, the printing of money. It makes zero sense. There was a whole group of individuals 100 plus years ago that did not want the Federal Reserve to be started. What happened to them? You want to get conspiratorial? I'll make a whole video on this. What happened to those guys? They died in the Titanic. The guys who opposed them were supposed to go on the Titanic, didn't go for some reason. Why not? A week later, the Fed started. Something like that is the timeline. What happened there? I don't know. You want to get conspiratorial? There we go. But in my eyes, very, very powerful individuals have been running things for over 100 years in this country. And unfortunately, we have centralized control. Once you take away centralized control of money, like how we're seeing right now with blockchain, that's why we're here, guys. You see free markets. You see what's happening in Argentina right now. This is what we need. We don't need a private institution printing money and not listening to the President of the United States. No one, not a single one of us viewing or listening right now, voted for Jerome Powell. This man is advised. It makes no sense. Shout out to Ron Paul, who has a book called End the Fed. That is a great book if you want to read it. That's my 2 cents. To end this off here, guys, let's check the charts. So yesterday when we were here, ETH was at 37, 38. It looked good. Looks like we're just kind of chopping right now. Yeah, I mean, ETH is still doing great in the month. It's still barely up in the year. We've been chopping the past 24 hours or so. I'm not sure when we're going to see an influx. But this is where we're at. This is what's going on with ETH. Let's check Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still up 80% in the year, doing damn well in the year. But on the month, 20% still. I mean, wow. Insane to me that we still just got over 120. But I mean, guys, this is takeoff time. This is price discovery mode for Bitcoin. This is price discovery mode for ETH. And again, just to reiterate what we were saying yesterday, we're very close to that $4,000 breaking point for ETH. There's a lot of psychological numbers in crypto. When you take the all-time highs, place it on a chart, do your retracements. So if you go back to last year's cycles and look at where we're at now, those are psychological indicators. For example, I'm a big ADA guy. 120, $1.20 is a big psychological number for ADA. If we break these zones, then the upsides could be big. So right now, that's what we're waiting on for ETH. When ETH continues to break these zones, the upside is big. We're looking at close to or a new all-time high. I genuinely believe in the next month or so, 2 months, ETH could be close to an all-time high or breaking it. That's just what the charts are telling me. And if you want more in-depth analysis on some of these things, you gotta look at our YouTube videos and just everything that we're doing on YouTube. And I know I might be annoying, but guys, if you like what you're seeing right now, if you appreciate what we're doing for you here at the Coin Zone, because I mean, we're busting our butts for you guys, trying to get you guys videos all day. Look at this right here, guys. If you're going to watch a video, start with this one. 1.1K views. We just dropped this yesterday. So make sure you're looking at this, because these are educational videos that are a little different than what I'm doing here in the live. So if you guys could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. That's what we're doing here. That's me. Shout out to you, Paul. Great job. Great job, Paul. What a great live stream, the Coin Zone. All right, I'm sorry. I do the Trump too much. I would do an RFK Jr. impression, but the guy is unbearable to listen to sometimes. Unfortunately, he's a great guy. I love RFK Jr. He's doing great work. But it's tough. It's tough to listen to him for more than 2 minutes. Sorry, bud. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you're thinking. 100 individuals with us on live right now. If you guys haven't subbed, do it for me, please. Appreciate you. Let me know if you're using Coinbase again. Talked about Kraken as well. If you are in the US, let me know what other exchanges you're using. Gemini. The Gemini card is big. Crypto.com is unreal with partnerships. They have the Staples Center. It's Crypto.com Arena. Crypto.com is all over the UFC. Big partnerships. These are the exchanges that we use here in the US. Guys, let me know in the comments what else you use. And yeah, appreciate you guys sticking around with the live stream. But, it's basically 2 p.m. right now Eastern. And we'll probably go live at least one more time for the end of the day. So stick around. I appreciate you guys for joining this time. And like I said, we'll be back here shortly in a little bit, in a couple hours. Go watch our long form video that just dropped yesterday in the meantime. And make sure to follow us on all social media platforms here at the Coin Zone. Go to thecoinzone.com and follow me, Crypto with Paul, on X or Instagram, whatever you choose. But we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Once again, I'll see you in a couple hours again for another live. And that's it. Let's get it.